Now, Bill Henshaw here again, Constitutional Crisis Channel. And this video, I'm going to be rather forthright about what I do and why I do it. And some people initially won't like it, but when you understand what's going on, you get my documents, my package, you're going to see it. Because I'm out there and I openly and notoriously plead what can be construed as white supremacist arguments. I do it without hesitation and without remorse. That's because I know the history of the Constitution, the history of the United States, and how the nation and republic was set up. And I also know that we're the ones that have creator endowed inalienable rights, and that if we can't get them, you can't get them either. That's the whole point here. Because what the system has done, courtesy of the 14th War Amendment, is to make us all equal, not by raising you up to our level, which couldn't be done the way they attempted to do it, but bringing us down to yours, where we're all slaves. There hasn't been any appreciable change in 150 years. Now, this leads into what's been happening recently, especially since that idiot Richard Spencer from the National Policy Institute spoke in Charlottesville, Virginia, where they're covering up statues of Robert E. Lee, Thomas Jonathan Stonewall Jackson. They're impugning the integrity of President Andrew Jackson, and among other people. And now it's gotten to the point where Robert E. Lee, we're getting statues, people want to put away in private places so people can't see him anymore. And the next thing I'm waiting for him to do now is shut down the Jefferson Memorial. I mean, hell, wasn't he a slave owner and a racist and this, that, and the other? Why does that need to be remaining out there in the public where people can see it? I mean, this is how ridiculous all this is getting. And the reason for it is, if you check the bona fides of a lot of these bastards that go around, and Spencer's one of them in particular that I suspect, his headquarters less than 20 miles from Langley. You can do the math and figure it out. These are government agents, as far as I'm concerned, and what they want to do is completely distort the issues and accuse all of us of being white racists, neo-Nazis, and even worse than that, because the New York banksters know this is the real issue. This is what beats them. Because we don't have any states now like we used to have. And those states, as in California, for example, you read the Constitution of 1849. Who were the citizens? Free, white, male, 21. Right or wrong or good or bad, that's the way it was. That's what citizenship was, and we need to get back to it. And we can go from there in terms of anything that we need to do to change the system to make people have better status and standing and have rights that will be recognized. So this is exactly what's going on here. And it needs to stop, and the sooner the better. So that said, just be very wary of people that, take the opposite position, and those that love civil rights and love government and all this and that, because they're 100% wrong here. I can prove everything I say here. And when you know about the 14th Amendment and that the real deal had nothing to do with the recently freed freedmen, the hidden agenda of that amendment was to make citizens out of corporations. That was the whole point, and I can prove it. You get my document packets, which you can get, at my email address, ccaspari@live.com. I'll send you information how to get those, and you read what I have there on this, and it lays everything as open and clear as it can possibly be. And this is what beats the bastards in court when you go in and start challenging them in traffic court, criminal court, whatever. And by the way, I'm expanding now. I got my first quote-unquote dissolution case that we used to say in earlier times was a common law divorce. Now it's treated as a dissolution. But then you read dissolution in Black's Law Dictionary, you find out you dissolve corporations. That's exactly consistent with the 14th Amendment. That is what they think you are, and that they own you. And this has to stop. And the sooner we knock off this nonsense about white supremacy and this, that, and the other, the better off we're going to be. And from my bona fides, I don't have an easy way to establish this, but I spent 5 months back there in Columbia, South Carolina, in that jail cell. And while I was there, I helped probably 75% of the people that I offered help to. were black, and maybe more of them than I was saying, hey, I would write down things down off the top of my head, give it to your attorney, demand that they do their jobs, and get you out of here. And the people probably happiest to see me leave when I did was the office of the public pretender. They actually had to start doing their damn jobs there, which they're not used to doing and probably don't know how to do. So anyway, I don't want to get too far afield here with this, but in plain point of fact, that's what's going on, because the bankers know that it's the issue of white citizenship and white states that's going to beat them. And I hope I'm the one that gets there and is able to do it. If I don't, like Moses, get across the Red Sea, then I'm going to set a path that you can follow me and do the same thing. Thank you.